Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Into the Breach run-through. Today we'll be attempting asterisks the Arachnophiles. So, if this is successful, this will obviously be your first look, from me at least, into this squad. But for me, this will be X number run-through. I've tried these guys a few times, and they're supposed to be one of the easier squads too. For whatever reason, I am on Struggle Street. I don't do too well with the direct damage, and on unfair, there's a lot of HP to get through. I know plenty of people, or at least a good amount of people have been able to do this. So I know it's possible. But let's not dwell on that too much. Hopefully this will be the run. You see here I've got Morgan, and with Morgan they come with skilled and opener, which will mean as long as we're getting kills, he will consistently have +1 damage from the get-go. So I'm going to chuck him on the Arachnoid mech and hopefully get spiders fairly consistently. Without further ado, why don't we jump in for some bug on bug action. Now, with anticipation of this scorpion potentially attacking the city, or I can also be baiting him with a mech here, giving us two options. Well, sorry, not here. It'll be here. Where are we? No, I'm mistaken again. We won't be able to bait him, which will become clear in a sec. Not with the mech that I want. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put this down here. And this, it really looks like this should be a flying mech, right? With that massive, well, I guess a bit small propeller on top. But no, it does not fly. It'll immediately get waterlogged. But the idea is that Scorpion might go up and attack here, which we can then, what, huh? Yeah, okay. So he obviously did not do that. But the idea of putting him here is I was hoping I could jump in here and then just blow him backwards straight into the water there. So it is good to consider the potential attacks, but I may... No, we're okay. I haven't stuffed myself by putting myself here. I don't think. Anyway, we'll see in a second. Alrighty, so we have a solution, and I'm very glad we have a low HP Vec on the board. So what I'm going to have to do to start off with is use this Arachnoid mech. Now, because this Morgan here comes with the skill opener, we get +1 damage, and as you can see, I meant to click undo. We have a lot of movement, so we get +2 movement, but only on our first turn. So we're going to jump up already. We are in a bit of a precarious position here, but if my calculations are correct, we might still be able to do something with this. So here's what we've got. The only Vec we're able to kill with this Arachnoid mech is this shell scion, because everything else has armor from that scion. So I'm going to jump him over here. In case you're wondering, this Arachnoid mech gets +1 damage because of Morgan's skill, the opener, which grants +1 damage and +2 movement speed, but only on your first turn. Sorry guys, I've forgotten to unpause there, so I've just reset the turn so I could show you guys again. Whoop. So I'm starting off with the Arachnoid mech. I may have already gone over this, so I'll just do this quickly. Jump. What is happening here? Why? Anyway, so, I've gotcha. Sorry guys, 1 second. I need to change my hotkeys for pausing. There we go, that should be fixed. Sorry for the mix-up, guys. That's gonna look a little bit weird. Anyway, we're back in action. We've got the Arachnoid. We're dealing 2 damage to that Scorpion here due to the impact damage. We're gonna do a similar thing. Oh, did that work? I've got to choose the direction of the second attack. There we go. And then to save our tank, I'm just going to blow everybody down 1. There we go. Now we will be taking 1 damage from that Firefly because that Scorpion dies from burn before anything else. But that's so fine. That was a bit of a hard first turn because none of our mechs were being targeted, but that's partially due to my positioning. I did use these cities as kind of like a blockade unintentionally. Now to save the city, I'm simply going to use the bulk mech here to push that Firefly out of the way. And then I'm going to use the slide mech to free up my Arachnoid. Now, although it's fine to just leave everything as is, I'm gonna jump down here and kill this Firefly, granting us that Arachnoid little spider. And then that's gonna be able to allow us to push the Alpha Scarab to block for us back here. There we go, that's where we wanted him initially. But unfortunately I won't be able to get there. But that's no matter, because we can easily kill this Alpha Scarab with the Arachnoid mech. And in case it wasn't clear, this... Wow! This second ability here, or the first ability, sorry, under skills, the skilled ability from this pilot, it basically acts as the opener boost so long as you get a kill last turn. So you'll get +1 damage from there. So I'm going to fire that. Send the Scorpion into the abyss. And just do some repair work. And those tanks can just stay where they are. Although we can add 1 extra damage by bumping him into the mountain there. But these tanks don't actually do any damage by themselves, it's just a push mechanic. Now here we have a fairly simple solution, I believe. Just gonna kill that last mech, throw this guy into the fire. Oop. I don't want him to be up the front there. Hit him into the mountain. Oh, and the mountain's gone. Okay. This changes things. But that's okay, we can still recover. I'm going to heal here, and I'm going to use that tank to smack him into my mech, dealing 1 extra damage, and then he's going to die from fire next turn. So that tank won't take any damage. Oh dear. I've unpaused my recording. Sorry guys. I'm not sure how long that was for. So we've got this map as an option, but I don't like the layout of these cities because, pardon me, if any of the Vec go for these cities up to here, up to front here, when I push, that's not going to do anything. They're still going to be able to attack these 2 cities behind it. So I'm going to try and avoid that one. This looks okay, although with the mine missions you do get +1 Vec spawning. But the mine should mitigate that, that's fine. And then this is also fine, so I might start with this one. Now I've got some water tiles conveniently placed over here, so I'm going to try and bait some of these Vex, sitting on this tile. But I'll position his bulk mech over here so he can be pushing this way. I'll protect my arachnoid mech from getting webbed at all, so I'll place him back here. And then this slide mech here, if anyone jumps up to this tile, I can simply slide him into the sea. And if anyone jumps into here, I might be able to slide and then push, depending on how many issues we have to deal with. Here we go, I think we've found something. I'm going to start off by sliding these 2. Neither of these are a threat to us, but, so this may look a bit strange, but I am hoping to open up this tile for our little spider. So I'm going to the next action I'm going to take is to use this arachnoid mech to kill the scion here, so that this spider can come in and push that scorpion into the sea. And that positioning was very silly of me. I'm not sure why I chose that. There we go, I'm going to sit back 1, do the same thing again. Only this time, what I had wanted to do was to use that bulk mech to save that city and pushing that scarab out of the way. Okay, there is a way to get rid of this alpha scorpion, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to prioritize blocking. I'm going to shove these 2 here. He's going to block for me there. And I'm simply going to push that scorpion to the side, and I'm going to block Pardon me, I'm going to block with this Arachnoid mech. Importantly, not sitting on the forest there because that's going to set me alight. And then I'm just going to deal 2 damage, setting me up to be able to kill him next turn with this Arachnoid mech. And there we have it. That's great for us. Oh, and very lucky here. That makes it nice and easy. Now, a fairly simple solution here. We're simply going to push that Vec into the sea. We're going to grab our Spider Boy. And you know what? I might just simply block with these two. I was hoping to be able to block with the Firefly by getting him down here, but the Spider doesn't have the walking range for that, unfortunately. Another good turn for us. Now I could be using this mech to get an easy kill. However, because the pilot's already at max XP, I'm going to try and avoid that. Instead, I'm going to come over here and deal 2 damage to that one. And because this mech, I'm just thinking which one is less likely to get experience. Judging by our current bars, this slide mech is going to be less likely, so we're going to use him to at least get 1 kill for himself, netting him 3 XP. Oop. Oh. What have I done? What have I done? Could have thought that through a bit better, but that's okay. He can die from fire damage. Oh, that's great. We got lucky with an extra roll here with the pod. Fantastic. So we'll be replacing Penny with Abe, and the great thing about Abe is we now get armored on this mech, so it reduces all incoming weapon damage by 1. We'll also net an extra 3 experience, which is fantastic. Now, I'm not a big fan of this mission, considering it needs us to kill 7 enemies and all the cities are hugging around this mountain here. So most of the Vec will be around these locations, or are likely to be. So I'll avoid that one. This one's not ideal, but it's okay. Unfortunately, we don't have a great way to disable the volatile Vec at the minute, so I'm hesitant to go straight for that, but we probably will be doing that. And I've already explained why this one's not great, the layout. So we'll jump into this mines mission first. Luckily for us, that Alpha Scorpion isn't able to hit anything except for that city here. So I'll be jumping in like so. Alright guys, so here's the play. I'm going to throw the bulk mech out of the way for now. I'm going to jump in here with the Arachnoid. And forgetting that they all have armor. One sec. This is fine. So, again, we're going to have to start with that Scion. And then with the little spider boy, we're going to kill that scarab. Bring up this tile here, which means nothing to us. I'll just simply take the 1 damage from this firefly in order to shift everyone up 1. Killing that alpha scorpion, good riddance. Now we don't really need to attack here, but I'm going to anyway. And that's our turn. Now because of that new pilot Abe, we didn't take any damage from that firefly. Now I'm glad Abe reminded us of us needing to block 3. I'm going to start by saving that city. I'm going to use this Arachnoid mech now to get a kill on that firefly, allowing us to block with the spider here. And I'm hoping we get another 2 spawns next round. I'm going to throw that firefly out of the way to save the bar. I completely forgot about the fire damage. Oh dear, there goes our perfect island. That's a blunder. Now we're either gonna have to take grid damage or lose the pilot. And I would prefer... Sorry about that was very loud. I've just closed that window, so that shouldn't happen again. Okay, so... because we're not getting a perfect island anymore, because we can't block enough Vec, I'm gonna prioritize saving my pilot over saving the bar here. So this seems to be the play. So I'm going to shift everyone over, which doesn't do much in itself, but I'm then going to kill that firefly, giving us the spider, then shifting that scorpion over again, and then lastly getting rid of that scorpion here. Oh, brilliant. They've just done it again. They really want this guy to go on. Okay, I think I've figured out how to save my boy. Now, we're simply going to tank with the bulk mech here. And we're going to hit... I know we're hitting for 2 here, but the important thing is we're hitting for 1 on this Alpha Scorpion. And then we're going to hit for 1 again by bumping him into his mate. And then finally, we're going to finish off that scorpion with the Arachnoid mech, netting us a spider, which then allows us to push that scorpion out of the way. So we're not taking any more grid damage, and we're keeping our boy alive. I'm happy enough with that. Hate to see it. Yeah, but I'm glad I kept this guy alive. We have +1 mech move now. Very helpful indeed. Now, out of these 3 missions, I would prefer to try for this. It seems to have a fairly good city layout. I'm still a bit worried about the volatile Vec. But we do have low damage on this bulk mech here. I'd like to place him here, but he may get webbed to the side and then I won't be able to do anything helpful. So I'll put him back. The Arachnoid can go here. And I would like someone to deal with this as well. Yep, that looks good. And then we got a bit unlucky with the positioning of these scorpions. This is where the weakness of this bulk mech really shines. Now I have to, if I'm going to deal with these two with this mech, I have to take a grid damage here. I don't have a choice not to fire the second shot, unfortunately. I'm not seeing a great solution, unfortunately, so I'm just going to go with this. I'll pull this guy back, so at least he's blocking the spawn and he's no longer hitting a city. Now regrettably I will be sacking this clinic. But I'm not sure there's a whole lot I can do about it. Now I'd like to block with this bulk mech, get some damage on these guys, finish him off with the Arachnoid. Get the kill and shift the volatile backwards. Here we got a double shot here, and that's not going to matter unfortunately because we've already lost that clinic. But what I can do, I know that means we're no longer blocking this, but I would like to get a bit more damage on him, and then we're replacing the block over here. And I'm simply just going to shift that scorpion back once more. So we're blocking for 2, which is good. And we'll just need 1 more damage on this guy, and then he will die next turn. In fact, we don't need any, we just need to let him die. So we're simply going to save this city by moving the volatile mech, and he's getting a bit of damage on that firefly here. Oh, not that it's quite enough. Okay, we got through it. We didn't get that, unfortunately. and I do have a core that I've forgotten to put in. That's a mistake. That could have helped a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and add an extra move to the bulk mech. Would like to place a mech here, potentially to bait the Firefly into shooting an empty space, but I don't want to get webbed here, so I'll be placing that mech here. And then with the others, just out of harm's way, like so. Okay, so those of you wondering, this is what the Beetle Leader does. Charges and hits for 3, and then sets everything else on fire. Okay guys, this took me a while, but here's the play. I'm going to block with Morgan, and I can afford to take the 3 damage here. I'm going to throw this bulk mech around, and position this light mech here. So first I'm going to start by getting rid of that scarab and spawning a spider. And I'm simply going to save him for next turn. I'm going to knock that scorpion out of the way. And also shift this firefly. And because that alpha attacks first, he's going to get rid of him for us. Okay, luckily for us, they've spawned us another 2 HP scarab. So I'm going to start by getting out of harm's way and spawning in that second spider. Next I'll start by throwing that scorpion down. And then I think I would like to prioritize blocking again. So I'm going to throw that scorpion to the right here, and then once more to block for us. And then simply shift that firefly, saving the corporate tower. So we're going to have our friend deal the final blow on this beetle leader. There we go. We're going to get our arachnoid out of the way, throw him that away, reset the turn because I didn't move first. All part of the plan. Whoop. Move that again. Shift him across. So he goes first, deals 3 damage. And then he goes second and kills him after we get rid of his armor there. And then so simply gonna block with the spider. He's simply going to die from fire, and we might as well get some more experience on that Abe. There we have it. And I'm really not a fan of either of these weapons, so I got a bit unlucky there. So I'll pick up another couple of reactors, and I might end up selling Penny, just so I can get a little bit more grid here. Now we got lucky with Abe's level up here, netting us a free mech reactor, which will be throwing into his health, I believe. And then with the 2 extra we got from finishing the island, I'm going to increase our damage further, which should open up more opportunities to kill any Vec that have 3 HP without any assistance from the mechs. And that's the end of our first island. I don't love the Earth Mover maps because it gradually gets rid of spaces that are helpful to us. Always hate the trains. And the terraformer can be good. Looks like a pretty friendly map for us. I'll jump into this one here. Unfortunately, we do have 2 flying Vec, so that water's not going to be as helpful. Okay, so we're gonna leave this Alpha Digger for now, and hopefully that doesn't bite us later. I'm gonna save that city from that wasp. Get rid of that annoying regen scion. Deal with these guys like so. And that'll free me up to use this terraformer for a fairly unlikely 6 slot here down the bottom. Doubt any Vec is ever going to sit here. I'll get that out of the way early. Now, unfortunately, what I was afraid of did happen. We're going to have to take a grid damage here. In hindsight, I probably should have prioritized getting rid of him in the beginning, and then maybe find another turn which I could blow that direction for the terraformer. Nothing too fancy going on here. I'm going to move that wasp into position. Oop, but before I do that, there we go. So I'll get a double kill here using the terraformer. I'll spawn another spider. That'll push that firefly out of the way. And I'd prefer to block here. No, it is technically possible to kill that, but we will be getting the XP on the arachnoid, and that's not important. Oh, today I learned you cannot direct it off the map. That's unfortunate. But no matter, we can just come around the side. Nope. Scratch that too. Tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and sit here. I can't repair, but that's okay. Simply move out of the way and use a terraformer on these last 6 slots here. Okay, so far so good. What else have we got? Beautiful, I'll take it. That's not bad at all. So all Vec now take +1 damage from bumps and blocking, which I'm sure is going to be helpful for us. And this does need to be powered, so I'm going to throw that in straight away. Now, I'm not liking any of our choices much here. They want us to destroy 2 mountains and kill at least 7 enemies. Are they mad? Got a high threat here, and then we've got the infamous train mission. Dare I try the train? I think I might risk it. It's either that or the county, but let's try it. We haven't done this in such a long time. Oh, don't want to get stuck there. Okay, that's better. Oh my. Okay, here's what we've got. I'm gonna free up my brute. I'm gonna get rid of these 2 and the rock. And then I'm gonna use the spider to get rid of the rock and the scion. And then I'm simply gonna push this leaper into the sea. I'm quite happy with that turn. You don't get that very often. Well, that is a lot of spawns. And of course we're going to block as much as we can. I'd like a bit more experience, preferably on Abe, because we're likely to keep him for the rest of the run. I'm going to start off by dealing 3 damage. Jump in here, kill off that firefly, and simply get that one out of the way. There we go, we did it. We got a bit lucky with that first turn in getting a great solve there, which made the rest of the mission easy. Okay, that looks very doable. Let's jump straight into here. A little bit scared of these leapers. There's not a whole lot of positions where we're not going to get webbed here. So at least protect that city. May prefer that mech here. Shove that guy in there, and that'll protect this guy from getting webbed. We may even bring him back so he has a little bit more options. Unfortunately, it does look like we're taking grid damage, but I'm going to try and minimize that to just the 1. So I'll throw the slide mech in here and position the arachnoid mech here. I'm going to start off by shooting this guy, which smokes him. Okay, we might actually be okay. In that case, why don't we reset and try that again? We'll bring him over here first, and then do the same thing. That poor city. Okay, here is a play. I'll use the Scion to block for us, and because of that passive he's gonna die when he blocks too. I'll jump back and block again, killing that alpha firefly. Spawn another spider, bring him around. We'll leave this to spawn one more Vec, and then we'll kill this one. And when you kill a Vec with the spider, looks like the XP splits evenly. I may not get another good pilot, but Abe is pretty close to his second skill, so I might continue to prioritize getting the XP on him. +4 there, and there we have it. I've got a decent amount of damage now with the extra damage from that arachnoid upgrade. Oh dear, you're kidding me. I'm sure that was avoidable too by simply repairing, but I didn't see it. Oh dear. Okay. We're not making it very easy for ourselves, guys. Since we've lost the perfect island possibility, we could try this. It is a guaranteed core, which is worth 3 corporate reputation. So long as we don't get overwhelmed by the Vec here, I'm gonna try it anyway. Now this is a pretty friendly opener for us. I'm going to start by simply getting rid of that leaper and that rock there. We're also getting a good amount of damage on that firefly. I'm also going to come around and get rid of him completely. Now we're taking no damage because of Abe's armor. I'm going to save all of these cities simply by moving these guys over. And we don't have any great plays here with the spider. So I'm simply going to save him for next turn. Maybe put him in a baity position. Hoping that one of the Vec will target him, and there's no chance that they'll be able to target any other cities. Like so, that's great. Yeah, I think this is okay. Probably not the most efficient turn, but good enough. Can get rid of one. I just need to kill one more, and I will at least get 1 star here. So here we should be able to get the mountains as well. Can simply hit like so, destroying that mountain, freeing up that spider to destroy a second. Simply gonna shift that alpha out of the way and get our last kill here. Perfect. That extra damage from impact and blocking is really helping us. So I'm glad we picked that up. Wonderful. Now this time I'm not going to forget to add the Arachnophiles. Let's see what... I'm tempted to go here. I'd also like the extra health. I might do the health first actually. There we go. And then maybe next is acidic on the spider attack, as you can see here. That could be helpful for bosses in the future. That is an unfortunate position for us. Okay, this is a bit of an awkward one, but I think I've got something here. I really want to keep this boulder alive because it's currently protecting a corporate tower. So instead of doing that first, I might come over here, get rid of that firefly, come down here, get rid of that boulder so that we can shift him across. So he's not doing anything important anymore. I'm just going to get some damage on that boss there, and end our turn. Alright. I think we've got it. Okay, guys, check this out. So we're going to jump in with the bulk mech. Use our slide mech to tank a hit for us to save that city from collateral. And then we get our spider out from this burrower, eliminating the boss. And then we're simply going to slide into this firefly's DMs and end the turn. Beautiful. That took me a while, but we got there. Okay, we're gonna start by blocking. Just dealing sort of damage. Gonna leave us with 1 HP. We'll save the city by moving that firefly. We'll pick up a kill and a spider. And I think I'd prefer to block here. So this is a really awkward solve, but I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm gonna block that firefly's attack. I'm just gonna come here and repair, which is gonna seem really strange, but I'm gonna hit that firefly for 2, then I'm gonna kill him, and then simply move that wasp out of the way. There we have it, that's our second island down. Unfortunately, that wasn't quote-unquote perfect either. Due to a silly error with the lacking of repair last time. But there we go, making this run a little bit harder. Now, none of these weapons are particularly appealing to me, but because we have the 2 extra corporate reputation, I think I might pick up the repair drop. And 2 more calls. And throw that on the bulk mech. And that's because he seems to be a bit less useful than the Arachnoid. Now, I do like the idea of getting +1 damage on this ricochet rocket. It could come in handy. However, for now, until I have even more cause to make my allies immune, that could bite us. Because we don't always get a good shot like that. Sometimes we do need to use our own mechs to block. So instead, what I think I'm going to do is get an extra move on the Arachnoid We'll swap these around actually. Be able to power that here, throw that core on the move, and that's it for now. Okay, on to the third island. Hope you guys are enjoying this run so far. That's okay. That's fine. You're gonna need to do this anyway. Ooh, I'm not a fan of these burrowers or these spiders. This looks like a challenging start already. I'll just try and position my mechs in a favorable position from the get-go, so even if they are webbed, we'll still be able to do something active. So far, so good. That's expected, but unhelpful. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that spider straight away. Also these two burrowers. And that leaves us with this guy. Well, I want to try and position it in such a way that I'm not going to get webbed. I'm not going to let two of my mechs get webbed. So get rid of that leaper, and also that one. So we do need to break out 5 of these cities from the ice. But to start with, I'll get rid of that scarab. So we get the spider here. And get rid of that very annoying vac. Simply gonna force him to burrow again. We'll get that city out of the ice and get rid of that spider. And we're happy to take this city out of the ice here using the burrower to our advantage. So we'll get rid of one of these burrowers here. We'll also get that scarab to block for us. We'll leave this here to break out 2 more cities from ice. And we can simply save that city by pushing. And I like the position of our spider here, so I'm going to leave him as is in preparation for the next turn. So we just need 1 more city out of ice. And not take too much damage with our mechs, and we should be good. I'm going to use this spider to solve that burrower problem. I would like to kill this scarab so I have a second spider. To save that city, I'll pull this hornet down and then I'll simply break that city out of the ice myself. Well, that's a shame, but okay, thank you. I know this nets us another core, but because of the high threat detected, I'm leaning towards avoiding that if I can. This seems more manageable, so we'll jump in here. And of course we got another spider. Now, important to make sure that I don't leave room to get double webbed by the spider again. And unfortunately with these burrowers that does limit what we can do with this slide mech, because they can't be moved. I might jump in here and I'll just move that one across here. Okay, I'm gonna start off by getting rid of my web here. I position my bulk mech down here. And then throw this wasp back one, opening up the pathway to jump in over here. And then I can fire and get rid of these two attacks for now. I didn't plan for that, but I don't want to use my reset just yet, so I'm just going to take the 2 damage. Yeah, there's probably a better way to do that, but that's just what I'm going to go with. That sucks. It's not looking great for us. And we're supposed to be blocking Vex spawn. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I've got something. I'm gonna get rid of these two. This is an atrocious turn. I think I can lose any less than 3 grid damage. The double web really screwing me over here. I really hate to do this. It's just a whole lot of nothing. These spiders are absolutely brutal. This turn we got a bit luckier. Get rid of these again. Get rid of that scarab. That hornet's gonna die from burn. I guess I could repair here. It's something. Unfortunately, there's spiders continue to live even after their attacks. Yep, should have seen that coming. Okay, I think we get away here with no more grid damage. We'll start with that. Finally kill that burrower. Throw that guy. And hit that last little spiderling. Oh man, that was painful to play, and I'm sure that was painful to watch as well. Yuck. We lost 3 plus another 2 from failing that. That's 5 grid. Rough. Okay, it's not bad. Nope, don't want that. We might try that after we put our next core in. I would like that extra damage, so I'm gonna just chuck the core into ally immune for now. Another spider and burrowers. We're not our squad is not well equipped to deal with this sort of stuff. I was really hoping for a decent ice weapon by now, but alas. We'll keep our mechs away from the cities and hopefully bait the burrowers into attacking us instead. Okay, that's good. Not so good. I know there's a possibility of blocking with this Scion here, but I'm too keen to get rid of this spider ASAP. I'm going to start by dealing 2 damage to both of these burrowers, cancelling their attacks, and hopefully setting up for an easy kill next time with the Arachnoid mech that has 3 damage. For now, I'm getting rid of him, more importantly getting a spider so I can push that bad boy into the ice so I don't have to deal with him ever again. Now, there's not a whole lot to do with this mech, so I'm just going to push him one. In case you're wondering, I'm able to move that mech now after he is fired due to that new pilot that we just picked up. Works for me. Okay, I'm gonna block with this mech. Get rid of that burrower. And that one too for now. Shift to Scarab. And I cannot pull the spider into me, unfortunately. So I guess I'm gonna have to settle with shifting him aside for now. I'm glad that the robots are getting out of the way, but these mines aren't in the best position. Another fairly simple move. And jump up here, get rid of that burrower. That spider's going to finish him off. I'm gonna save that mine robot. I know I can't block. But I will reposition myself. Still. That doesn't mean he's destroying a mine, but that's okay. It's a big no thank you to that wasp. And get him out of the way and also kill this smaller wasp. Get rid of him. And the scarab. And that's it for us. Those robots are going to unfreeze out of the ice at some point. Does not look fun. Now, I would really like another couple of reputation, but we can still pick that up on our last mission. This, we're needing to kill at least 7 enemies for that reputation. Because of the robots there, I'm not keen on that. I might just go for the safe mission here because we're low on power grid as well. Hopefully we're able to regain a little bit more before that final boss mission. Both of these two down here. And I can jump up a little bit further. That's fine. Got ourselves another pod, that's lucky. Excellent. And I really just want to be pushing that spider straight into that freeze trap again, if I can afford it. Happy to leave that scarab as is. I'm gonna have to get rid of this scion because it's giving everyone else +1 HP. So I can't kill that leaper with this arachnoid mech and push the spider in. So instead, I'll have to go for the scion. I'll be able to save that city. Come around here and slide him in. And then to finish off, just deal 1 damage on both of those guys. Get in a bit better position and that's great for us. Perfect. Now, I don't want to have to deal with this burrower again, so I'm going to smack myself into him. And then next turn, I'll be able to get rid of him with either doing that again or with the arachnoid mech. I'll have 2 to deal with next turn, and I'm happy with that, so I won't block again. But I will pick up that time pod. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that burrower by doing the same thing. I'll get another spider. No, I won't. That's okay. Heal here. Now it's our last turn, so we don't need to worry about breaking stuff out of the ice, but I would like to get a bit more XP on that mech, or pilot should I say. There we go. It's looking a little bit healthier now. Hey, and a third pilot, fantastic. I think I would prefer the +1 mech reactor from Lily. So we'll just chuck that on the shield self. And we do have one more to use. And if we install it on Abe and get rid of that and get rid of that, we can get the extra damage. And swap these around, take that off, put that on, and give him that for now. It's looking okay to me. And we have the bot leader to deal with his 2 extra bots. Wonderful. Let's see how this positioning goes. I'm a bit worried about this mech getting webbed. So if we push that, no, here, that's looking a bit better. Yeah, that's great for us. And they have lined themselves up nicely for our brute mech. Now, I think I'm willing to take a 1 grid damage now, if it means that I can get rid of this alpha spider straight away. So I think I might. I can still get rid of those 2. See you later, spider. And just pop him up here for next turn. I'm okay with that. That's actually quite good for us. Because we made that small sacrifice in the beginning, this next turn is looking quite favourable for us, and with a little bit of luck here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that burrower. Oh, I forgot he doesn't move. I'll deal some good damage on these 2 here. I'll break these both out of the ice by sliding like so, and then I'll simply get rid of them with that spider. And do I need to block? I think it's the safe option. Yeah, we got lucky with that attack, and this too, but we'll kill him. Now this bot leader, on occasion he will shield himself and then set to repair, as you can see here. But I'm not keen on letting that happen. We'll get rid of that burrow and get rid of his shield. Move him this way. And get ourselves another spider. Go ahead and knock these guys out. Now that guy died because that sign was giving him +1 HP. And that leaves us with an easy finish here. Now in hindsight I should have finished with that spider so that Lily could get a little bit more XP. Okay, what do we got? The old trusty wind torrent. I'm very happy that that rolled for us. That combined with this force amp passive is going to be quite strong. So I'll be happy to pick that up. We can get rid of a couple of our pilots here. We've also got these other 3 weapons which I won't be picking up. I'll definitely grab a couple more of those and we'll see where this fits best. Now we probably want this on our bulk mech because this does a somewhat similar thing, and we want a second option for our bulk mech here. So we'll add the ally immune and the unlimited uses, and because we have it, we'll drop the repair drop on this guy just in case. There we go, on to our last island. That looks okay. So does that. And also fairly okay. Alright. I'll jump onto this one. That city there looks a bit dangerous. You could see how that city could cause some problems too, because we're pushing most of the time. Mind you, it does have an acid thing here. Yeah, let's go with this one first. That opens up many more options. We can check these out too. Okay, these look nice and friendly back here. And I'm positioning my mech here to bait out the attacks that go... All I need to do is move out of the way and then they'll just hit nothing. Same with these lobber attacks here. What I am worried about though is this Alpha Digger attacking that city. That might be a little bit difficult to deal with. That's not what we wanted. Okay, that's fine. So these two are fine, we don't need to deal with them. But these we do. And unfortunately for us, that rock means we can't actually place our slide mech here, because we're just going to swap positions with it. Okay guys, this took some time to figure out, but I think this is a big brain play. We shall soon find out. Okay, so where was I? I think I'm here first. Shifting both of these across. And then I'm jumping out of the way here. I'll get my spider into position first. Sorry, my arachnoid mech. Then I'm shifting everyone down one. And this saves this city from that firefly. He got shifted down there and then transported. Deals 2 damage to the alpha digger because he gets hit by his own rock. And that also allows that crab to block. And then to finish off, I'm going to kill that digger, and I think we just chill. There we go. That's great for us. Okay, I'm gonna go for round 2 here. Jump up here and shift everybody that away. That was a bit of an error. I was meant to put that slide mech that way, so you would end up here, so then I could block with this boss, but that's okay. I'll get the spider into position for next turn, and unfortunately we won't be killing anything with this mech just yet, but we can set up an easy kill next turn. That's fine. Now, what do I want to do here? I'm going to set up an easy boss kill for next turn. And this might look a bit weird, but I would like the extra damage for the last time, just in case. I'll block here. I'm gonna have to shift these guys across to save that top city. And then I'd like the XP on Lily. So I'll start with the Arachnoid mech. Delete. And for some reason I didn't get the boost. So that only dealt 2 damage, even though I killed last turn. I guess that doesn't... wait. I guess that doesn't count if you kill your own units. That's disappointing. Oh dear. Which means we're set to get wrecked. Okay, guess I'm just blocking with this instead. Good to know. Good to know. That looks pretty good. Yeah, possible. We do get a good reward from that, for sure. No, thank you. Yeah, why not? Well, I'm feeling fairly good about our state at the moment. We do get an acid tank and quite a few acid options here. We'll try and bait some more Vec into stepping on the acid too. So if we chuck one... Here. I want to know about that. If one comes up here, I'll be able to shoot the other one off if I place him here. Like so. Well, that does mean he won't be acided, but that's okay. Another pod, that's great. That's what I was expecting. That's not great. Oh my goodness. That high threat is really wrecking us. Okay, I think this is the play. So we'll get rid of the Scorpion here. Mainly so that we can save that time pod when I shove everything down one. So this digger is going to do some mad work if I leave him alive. So I shall. I'll throw this arachnoid around the back. Do some good damage. And then I'll chuck that guy in. And I'll jump in here. I'll acid this guy. So that counts towards... I believe so. Even if the enemy kills it. That should work. I'm taking 2 from here, but that's fine. Yeah, and that did go up, so that counted for our kills. Naughty, naughty little scorpions. I would like to free up my arachnoid mech. Get rid of that. Who's attacking first here? Okay, so he can deal with the bulk mech. Sorry, deal with that scorpion if I want to let him. And I might just leave it as is. I'll block here. Yep, that's fine. You know what? I'll undo that. I'll shift down first. And just leave that as is. We're blocking everything now. Now, even though we're acided, we still only take 1 damage from block. The Scorpion took 2, but that's because of our passive that we have. Now, and I would like some more XP on Lily specifically, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then simply do some blocking here. I'm not going to be blocking with the acid mech because he only has 1 HP. Now to net the last bit of XP that, well, might not quite do it, but I'll jump up here, deal some good damage on this guy, and then kill him again with Lily, And then that guy can just stay there. I mean, I can kill him, but what's the point? He doesn't like you, that's what. Wonderful. Beautiful. We've got ourselves a pull tank as well, if we like it. But I might just skip that. I think I prefer to use our core on getting our spider spawns with acidic now. Now we've unlocked this. We'll have to destroy the acid vats to get those stars. We do get an extra core if we can complete it though. It's a high threat. But I think we can pull it off. We'll give it a crack. And it's really unfortunate we can't deploy here, because I would love that. Jump in here, here, and one over here. Now, I wonder if I move everything up northwest, do these attacks get cancelled? Because one of the tiles will be out of bounds? I think so. Let's test and see. So if I jump down there, and then shift everyone up here, no, that did not work. Oh dear, that's scary. I might have to reset here, and I think I will. Let's do that. So before anything else, I think I would like to get rid of that fly. And then I want to send everyone down, which will protect these two. And simply pick up a kill here and leave it as is. We might be able to get a use out of him sometime if we can break him out of the rock. That scorpion's still stuck, that's great. That's so fun. Now we do still need to destroy both of these vats. Now before shifting people around, I like to deal 2 impact damage to the alpha crab. Kill that alpha crab. Kill the scorpion. And then shift everybody down. That's going to get rid of that crab. And eventually get rid of that acid vat. And I would like at least one vet to play with, so I won't block him, but I will get rid of that scorpion. Huh. I guess that passive also works for objects. So although that vat there, that acid vat, had 2 HP, it took 2 damage from blocking that Vec. we could simply push everything back one, kill that scorpion, get rid of that, and spawn myself a spider. No, I won't, because never mind. And then block one more spawn down here. That is just fine. Get rid of this guy. See you later. My poor spiders are not doing well. And simply move out of the way. Beautiful. That's fantastic. Very happy with that. And we have one more core to use. Where would we like it? Why not? Yeah, out of these two, I think I'd prefer that. Fortunate for that scorpion, he can't do anything, neither can that alpha digger. I'm really liking this wall of water here. That was lucky for us that he jumped in some acid. Thanks for that. This really is very nice for us. I'm going to start off with getting rid of that boss out of the gate. And then move two of these guys forward. Chucking this guy here, putting the spider there, and shifting them both into the sea. Wonderful. See if I can get this guy to block for us. Oh no, I do have acid on me. I won't. Just reposition here. We should be able to deal with 4 Vec next turn. I'll get this firefly, some good damage, and that scorpion to block for us. Pick up a spider. Send that guy home. And simply get this guy to block too. Thank you. No problems here. Can deal with that scoundrel. Indeed too. And we can just take 0 damage with the shield. Might as well throw a bit of extra health into our arachnoid mech before we jump into here. Now we have 2 bosses on this final flight, which is just atrocious, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to bait the Vec attacks to hit my mech. Okay, it's looking pretty good for a wind torrent bottom left. Now I would like to get rid of that Scion ASAP, as it has quite a strong aura effect, and I really don't want to have to worry about the Vex exploding and damaging my cities. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and shift that up. Kill him there with the arachnoid before I shift everything across. And that should have us sitting pretty now. And I'll take advantage of these Vex positioning here by dealing some quality impact damage from that spider. And they're really going after that corporate tower now. Okay, I think this is the play here. I would like my spider first. And then shifting everyone down. No, I did that in the wrong order. My mistake. I'll jump across here first. Still get my spider. And then shift everyone. Beautiful. It's looking better. Those 2 mechs really don't look like they're in a great position though. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems. Okay, I think we've got it here. Shift that around. Get rid of that digger. Nope. In order to save these 2, we might have to shift everyone down, bottom left. So... that should work. I'm also blocking those 2. Perfect. Well, I'm blocking one. Then we can easily get rid of 3 of these guys. Give the acid on so that's easy. And simply shoot to kill. And there we have it. That's the last of the 4 islands done. Just got that final island to go. And finally, I think, yep, we got ourselves a perfect island. Fantastic. That's what we want to see. None of these are look particularly appealing to me. We could just go for a crazy tank build, but that does require 3 cores, which is heaps. I might just go for the grid. So here are our options. But I'm happy with what we've got so far. So we'll go ahead and sell our spare weapon. Pick up at least one more of these. Oop, I forgot to press unpause there. So I've just bought 3 power grid, getting us up to 22 defense, and I've also chucked in 2 slots here so that I can shield an ally if I need to. And here it is. Here's the last mission. And now we see the alpha blobbers. I was fortunate enough not to see them until now. Wowee. Okay. I think this is the play. We take 1 grid damage. But I'm okay with that. We're gonna start off by shifting everything, well, these 2 down. And this attack's fairly early, so it's gonna hit these 2. I'm going to go ahead and deal some damage on that boss before I throw everything down. And there we go, that boss should take out these 2 beetles here. Okay, I think this is the play. A simple kill on the blobber, letting us the spider that is then going to push the firefly to block for us. Then we're going to do an old swapperoo, so we'll chuck that slide mech here and the bulk mech here. Then we're sliding, getting rid of that, staying in the same position so that I can hit that wasp for 2. Killing him next turn. That firefly leader is also dying here. Well, we're taking 3 damage, but that should be okay. Okay, so I'd like another spider. I'll get rid of that scion. We could simply ignore that crab, and I think I will. And instead I'll just opt to block.
in the interest of saving a little bit of time, I could simply throw everyone down there and just leave that as is. This is the last turn. So we're sitting pretty. Okay. Whoop! Oh my goodness. That's very foolish. I did not see that. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have one less damage on that mech now. Rip Morgan, you will be missed. She had great skills too. Really good skills. That's heartbreaking. That's a kick in the pants. Alrighty. Guess nothing to do but to move on here. So the bosses don't die from lava, but at least their attacks will be cancelled. That frees up this spot to move in with this mech, saving those pylons, putting those in jeopardy. So we need to come down here and get our spider. I think I'll happily get rid of this firefly too. Well, this does mean we'll be getting a new bomb and setting our timer back. But I still think I like this play. So we're getting rid of 2 straight up here. We're also... actually... I could simply block here. Deal a bit more damage to that so he dies from the boss. So there goes that first bomb, but we added 2 turns. Maybe that wasn't worth. Oh well, makes for a good watch, I suppose. And get into a better position before torrenting. Wait. Maybe I sneak this bomb up first. There we go, before torrenting. Saving those pylons and those pylons. And then finish with some extra damage on that boss. Okay, so if I throw this scorpion across one and then shove everybody down, should still work out fairly well for us, although we are taking 1 grid damage there. We're blocking, we're killing, and saving those other grid. I really don't want to see that alpha blobber again, so I might even go ahead and push him into the lava. That means we're no longer blocking, but hopefully we get the better spawns. This is the play. Maybe even if we just jump up here. Shield everything before we then shove everyone down. Now I'd love to kill that Scion with my Arachnoid mech, but I don't have the positioning to do so. So instead, I think I might go for some damage on that Scorpion. Oh no. We're gonna lose Abe here. That's the one mech that we really didn't want to lose. Let's see if we can't still scrape this together. This is it, this is the last turn. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that Alpha Hornet, thankfully. I'm going to jump over here and get rid of that Scarab, saving 2 power grid. And then I'm going to jump over here, so I avoid killing myself. Save that power grid, we'll have to take the 2 here. There's not a lot to do here. And that's it, I think we've just been able to scrape by. Phew, that was a close one. Partly due to my poor planning. Sorry about that, guys, but phew, we got there. Rest in peace, Abe and Morgan. They were champions and very helpful for a lot of that run. Well, thank you guys once again for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This took me multiple attempts to get through with these mechs, so I'm very glad this was a successful run. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and good luck with your playthroughs, all that sad. And until next time, guys, have a blessed week.